trends in that black box. Now let's take that off of there so you can see exactly where you're at in your price action. You can also blow that teeny price action up just to right here. And you can clearly see the nice teeny lines. You know what? The intraday range is below 25, so this move will be weak, as you know, and you're tying it to that intraday range. I've got to go above 25 or I'm going to pull back. And one thing we're going to do here is we're going to click on this bar. And half of this bar is 283.30, and we're going to see if we can maintain a closing price above that half bar. Because right now we're below it. And because we're below 25, we're at 18. So this price, once again, it's been putting in this long-term intraday bottom since the opening bell. Right now the time is 9:57 right here in this 3-minute bar. And that's that 3-minute action. And here's that half bar, and we're below half of that bar. Let's see what this half bar is. Again, we have to get there. So half of the bar over here in the original move. Let's take a look and see where that is. Okay, there it is. So we went below half of that bar. This one right here, that's the last bar. That's 36 pennies. Now, in order for this to go higher, the intraday range is printing at 25. You got to go above 25 to go through this bottoming process. This way you know weakness at price based on intraday range. Once again, the current trend ratio went negative, so that's why the price is pulling back, because it's not going in the right direction. And that's what these little yellow or green and red controls are. So we're going to go down here, and we don't want to go below 15 because we want to make price at this bottom. So to make price, you got to stay above 15 in the intraday range. Not only that, if I break below 15, I'm going to come back down to this teeny line, which is fine, and I can go a half teeny in the middle if we were to go to 0 by 5 on this next run down. However, I'm scaling Apple computer during this time frame to get a good deal. It's an FOMC meeting. There isn't much of anything. The indexes have been in an extremely bull breakout trends. They broke through resistance levels. But let's take a look at price. As soon as I get above 25, I hold price here. I got to go above 25. I'm at 23. So let's see if we can break above half of that bar. Half of that bar right there, this bar right here, just so happens to be 36 cents, 283.36. Right now we're slightly below that 36 pennies. It's 10 by 19 pennies in the level 2 bid and ask. But here we are. So let's work with the system. And the system says I'm at 17, I'm at 20. I'm still fighting for the price because every time I tick down below 15, this price gets weaker. If I stay at 15, this price will stay strong. Right now I'm back to 19 by 21, and I'm starting to get a wick. That's how you know that that's working for you on the entries. Once again, as we're putting in the bottom, like I said, we have to go north of 25 here. Otherwise, we're not going to break higher. Another thing the MMTs need to know is that the longer that you can stay above 25 at the lower pricing structure, the more momentum is building in the consolidation for the bigger breakout back up toward them highs. Right now we're printing at 34 by 39. Our entry is at 22 pennies. We've been working all of our stuff in there. We've been working all of our gauges. These are our gauges. We know how to work that gauge. We know which way the gauge has got to go. We got the bars. Here's half of that bar. Here's half of that bar at 36 pennies right there. Right now, the bid and ask on the equity is 45 by 83 pennies. 47 by 83. What a big bid and ask range. Here, let's put this in the video right there. There's that bid and ask. 43 by 49 right now, and it's trying to work up above that bar. Now let's get half of that bar back into that video. Here's that bar. Here's that bar, 283.36. I need to go above it. I need to go above it. Right now, I'm at 43 by 45 again. I'm printing half a teeny at 25 pennies in the bid and ask either direction, but I got to close above half of that bar. That's how I'm putting that bottom in. Here we are at 39 by 42 pennies. It's been a long process. And how do you know that you get strength in the name and the platform? Is the longer that you stay above 25 for the rest of the day, that's when that momentum changes to that upside. And that's how you've been given the glory. Here it is right now. I got to get north of 45. Do I get north of 45? Watch what happens at 35. You've got to go above 35. Otherwise, you're not going to take out them highs up there. Do you hear me? See, you got to go above 35 in order to get above half of that bar. That's your intraday range right now, slightly ticking at 33 and kind of falling weak. But somebody just stepped in on the level 2 and they bid popped it right there. They bid popped it above 40, and that's how it works when you're putting in a bottom in the brain. You're putting it in on price action. You're using all your indicators. You know exactly what's going on in this panel. You know what it all means relative to dollar price movement and how you're the market maker and how you make the money and how you build off the bottoms and what you do, how you short the gaps, how you consolidate this long-term bottoming process. Here's half of that bar right here. Here's half of this bar. I've got to have a closing price above that. That's 283.30 right there in the half bar. That's this half previous bar right there. I am at 39 by 48. I'm at 41 by 48, 42, and the bid and ask is rising. There you go. Mojo above half of the SMF Pro Trader bar right here and right now. And this is how you get a bottom. You got a short sell off of that top. What a nice short 3-6 drop. What a way to get this down in here where we're buying. Now it's starting to work. I cleared half of that bar on the uptick. I'm above half of this bar, half of that previous bar. Now I'm going to see if I can take out this bar. This was the original bar that failed over here right now. I'm going to see if we just blow right through that. This is live in action on how prices are made in the opening bell with the SMF MMT platform. If I run north of 50.55, I told you I'm breaking that. Here we go. We got that 3-6. I'm taking out half of that down bar right there. You can see I'm at 56. I'm at 57 in the intraday range. It's working. I'm trying to take out that teeny resistance line. It's giving me a little hard problem, but I'm well below the market because I was buying down in here. MMTs were getting down in here. There you go. We added some more shares at 22 pennies. 22 pennies. Here you go. You got to take out half of that bar right there. Ken Flag, we broke up above half of that trading bar. We've been talking about that bottoming process all morning. It's all live on the tape, and now I'm halfway above that bar. That bar, half of that bar is at 58 pennies. That's this breakout bar right here. As long as I stay above, it's right there in my info panel. I'm doing quite fine. And this is how the short was. This is how we were buying in here in this whole video, knowing how to use the SMF market maker platform at its finest pricing control mechanisms, and it works perfectly, and it's been shown and demonstrated here and now, and this is the truth. SMF MMTs, look at here. I took out half of that. Look at that beautiful way of putting in the bottoms, understanding what was in our platform. When I click on them, I know exactly where prices were being made. Half a bar breakout here. I've got this half a bar over here. I'm going to go find out that because the trend can get supercharged if I break above half of that bar. I got to get down here and look for that blue coded line. Here we go, MMTs. I found it. 284.17 here. Let's make sure that it's on your video here. Now, that half bar is this one right here. And that's my current resistance. We bought down in here. We got that famous SMF 369. SMF, I'm above half of the bar here. I'm above half of the bar there. I'm above half of this bar now. I know what this half bar resistance is. And this is the SMF market maker platform. 3-6 down. And I'm getting the same value on the upside. And there we are. We're printing right there. We know exactly what that bar is, MMTs. That bar is 284.17. That's this bar right here, MMTs. You got to close above it. If you don't, you'd start scaling out. up at the top. Right here in the intraday range, you got to go north of 75 in order to break that teeny high. You've been given a gift of learning how to use the intraday ranges and learning how to use the system. You got your entries, you got your exits, you all did them successfully together. And you know what I call that? Here's half of my bar. Here's half of my bar. I'm going to see if I can hold that action. Here, let's scroll up and see what that number is. That's 284.01. I apologize. 284.01 right here in the info panel. That's going to be my support to keep that trend going. I also know that I got to break through 17 pennies. Right now it's 14 by 18 pennies. I got to break that right there to the penny on that MMTs. Right here, I got to go north of 85 in that intraday range right there. There I'm at 83. There I'm at 85. And there you can see that bar at resistance. MMTs, I must go north of 85 in order to push through there. I'm above that 17 penny bar. I got to close above 17 penny. And this is going to be that continuing 3, 6, 9, 12, working the SMF half bar right in the SMF trading platform, done live, entry, exits, reaping the benefits. Here we go right now. Ken Flagg's in that trade. Let's take a look at Ken Flagg. Looks like Ken Flagg right over here. He got in at 283.27. That's an MMT, a new one in the system. He's up $205 in that 36912, taking small entries and learning how to make those profits, but doing that like 6 or 7 times a day. Right now, I'm north. Look at here. We took it out. MMTs. That's the breakout. MMTs. There it is right now. We're breaking out. We're north of 95. We're going to start putting stop market profit objectives in this trade. We're in it live. There it is. You're taking out them highs. This is how you got that bottom off of there in that brain. That's a 3, 6, 9, 12 breakout. Breaking above. SMF bars. Let that baby run. Ken Flagg, you're in it now. Start putting me a stop market at 42 pennies. Put me a stop market at 42 pennies. I got to have a closing price. I'm giving that trader, that SMF trader, a stop market at 42 pennies. Protect that profit. Here we are. We're running hard. We're running hard. Here's what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to, we were showing people how to get in. All MMTs need to be nurtured in the system. So it's very important that you know the nurturing process in price action. The nurturing part of the platform and the breakout and the 3, 6, 9, 12, taking out the downtrend reversal of the opening bell and pile driving through there right with the system and everything that works perfectly in that black box. Ken Flagg, I don't see you stopped out. Here, I need to deal with an MMT right now. He need to make sure that he stays closing. As long as he closes above half that bar, he's scaled out a half of the shares up on the highs here. He's still holding another half of them shares. And as long as he knows that he got to close above half of that last breakout bar. SMF traders, SMF street traders trading with the direct access platform, which is a market maker platform. We sold up here at the top. So we got in down here at the bottoms. Recap it. We got the breakout. We used the intraday range. It's at 82 right now. When we were down here buying it, when I put that thing was at 26 intraday range. Over here at this bottom, that thing was at 15 intraday range. Over here, when you can see it was only at 5. 0 to 5 is how prices are made. And there is the snapshot. Intraday percent range 5 right there in that info panel. This is how we went through making these processes and how they go up and down. And how they hold the SMF pricing control system was priced before the market would open, that this would be priced in between the market maker and the public. I'm below half bar. Everything was done correctly. That's how all new MMTs shall do thy. Nice intraday trade on the opening bell. Today's date just happens to be 9/21/2010. Timestamp is 7:29 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This 3-minute bar is happening right now here on the East Coast time, okay? And really, the market's only been open shortly a little bit more than an hour. We're going to trade this several more times today.